I will mention that on the show tonight.
This. There we go. Well, let me slide over here so we can both be on frame.
Hi.
Hello.
You're scooting up.
Welcome home. Wow, we're down to 140. We had 200 people on during the day. It was like the pre-show now.
I think they just like our intro.
We're just gonna run that for an hour solid.
Yeah.
We'll have more people view probably.
Hi everybody.
Hello. Welcome home.
Welcome.
We heard that a lot over the last week.
We sure did.
Yes, we did.
Guess what? We're back.
Yes, we back. Had to go to Detroit.
Yeah, we totally did. We're back, baby. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, so wait, hold on.
Yeah, take that off.
I've been wearing this all like since Thursday, so I don't know. Okay. Before we get started, we have so much to tell you about.
We got all the stuff going on.
We have so much. You should see my handy dandy notebook this week. It is loaded with information. So. Hi, Anita. We love you too. Before we get started, please share this video with your friends. We really appreciate it. Hi, Courtney. I totally had to deck out in all my park gear, like my mask, my ears, my 2020 Mickey Mouse, because I am like super, super excited.
And Lisa wants it.
Well, I'm going to tell you about this later, because like they have a sale going on at Disney. A sale. Which is not something you hear all the time at Walt Disney World.
At Disney, there is never a sale. Okay. Prices go up, but they never go down.
All right, you want to just... So, for anybody that's new...
Hello, and welcome to TMSM Weekly Live, show number 91 for July 13th, 2020. I'm Scott.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm going to put that up on the screen so you don't have to remember, if I can find it.
This is like my Vanna White. I need numbers or letters to turn.
I'm not Vanna, I'm Evan Man. You're Johnny Carson, I'm Evan Man.
Okay. Okay. So before we get started, I just want to show you the shirt I'm wearing because I'm a sucker for souvenirs. I mean, if you ever would have guessed that.
For those curious, I have a TMSM shirt on.
Okay. Here, I'm going to pull this up so you can see it. Ready? Wait, I don't think you can see it.
You're going to stand up a little bit.
It says...
Together again.
Together again. Now, these are the shirts that you can buy at Walt Disney World. The woman's shirt is pink, as you can see. Mm-hmm. The men's version of the shirt is, it has Mickey on it. It says Together Again, but it has Mickey on it. And actually, I almost bought the kids' shirt in an extra large because I like the green better.
I like the color of it better.
I did. But I had to have this shirt just for the sake of
Mexico City.
Mexico City. Hey!
How cool is that?
It's so cool. So anyway, I had to have the shirt because
love your shirt.
I like the shirt too. All right. So let's talk about it, shall we? Have you guys been watching our coverage? We have been in the parks on and off, well, since Thursday?
Thursday, the first day of the park, the 9th. We were there, Magic Kingdom. We arrived at like 9:03 into the gates, I believe it was. It was like really close to 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah, it was early.
Yeah,
we got there, like I'm like always late for things. And I was actually up and out the door, and we got to the park at opening. So you may have watched our live feed because, of course I was on it. Oh, does the shirt come in a V-neck? No. And I like V-necks better too, Becky, but it's super stretchy. So
yeah, so we left the house early. My goal was to get out here between 8 and 8:30. We got a little bit closer to 8:30. By the time we parked, we took the bus over. They had the monorails running, they had the buses and the ferry boat running. We took the bus over because it seemed to be the quickest option. We got over there and we were at the front gates of the Magic Kingdom. Quickly. And security and temperature check were before that, and they were very quick.
Okay, so that's what I have lots and lots.
And her little handy dandy.
My handy dandy notebook, like Blue's Clues, but Disney. All right, so when
little book with a big crayon.
Okay, so key differences that you're going to see when you go to Walt Disney World now. Like he said, there's a temperature check. Now, when you get to the TTC, they still have construction going on up there. But as you're walking towards like where you used to walk in, Advent Health has these tents up, and they have temperature checks.
Yeah, they have the screeners there. They all have Advent Health shirts on, and they get about that close to you with a little temperature gun. They take your temperature and they tell you if you can go on. And if not, I believe they do have an area that they can take you to help you, because you might be overheated just from walking from the parking lot to that area. The day we went, there was no trams in the parking lot for the AP preview, but that has changed, I believe, has it not?
I don't know.
No, we don't know.
They had things differently for the annual pass holder preview as opposed to when we went for like regular opening day. There was like a day in between there. So anyway, so they had the temperature check, and then right after temperature check is the new security station. Now here's the thing. And this is for people that did not watch my coverage. I know I covered some of this on our Instagram stories and on our Facebook Live, but I'm going to reiterate all of those things. Lucky you.
So if you've seen it, watch again.
Watch again.
Maybe you'll pick up something new.
You might. And I might say something different or something silly. So
or just make up something else.
Anyway, the metal detectors now are like more advanced. Let's call it advanced. Do you remember how before the cast member security would dig through your bag and you'd pull stuff out and
empty all your pockets into the.
Couldn't bring your phone. Yeah. Now you can walk through the metal detectors with all of your stuff. The only thing they ask to put in the bin is if anything other than like a cell phone or a charger is in your bag. So if you have something bigger, like an iPad or a computer or some sort of other electronic
larger
metal device, then they want to see it. But if it's just something small like your phone or charger and stuff like that, they don't even go through your stuff.
And an umbrella. That was the other thing you have to put on the thing. Also, they request you put the umbrella through there.
And they have you hold the umbrella up kind of like this. It's kind of fancy if you have an umbrella. It's kind of weird. But yeah.
It's like a saber. You're going to have a lightsaber. Darth Maul's can come out lasers on both sides.
Kind of look fancy. I think I might bring an umbrella next time.
Just for the heck of it.
Just because. All right, so this is what he has to put up with all the time.
This is 24/7. You guys get it for 1 hour.
Bless his heart. Okay, anyway.
Prayer requests can be sent.
Prayer requests. Okay.
We're tired also, and we'll tell you why in here in a few minutes if you didn't already know. We really didn't sleep much this past weekend.
Okay, anyhow.
That's a whole nother story.
So after you go through security with your umbrella, and then also you cannot take any pictures or video at security. I'm just going to tell you that. All right, so advanced metal detectors, no going through your bags.
How do they do strollers? I do not remember.
I didn't have a stroller, so I don't know.
I do not know. I don't remember seeing anybody go through when we just happened to be going through with the stroller either.
I was so excited I wasn't paying attention.
Sorry.
Like super excited. Okay, so then they have a cast member that is talking through it like a microphone loudly and telling you your options, because you have options on how you're going to go over to Magic Kingdom. So you can either go to ferry boat, or you can go to the monorail, or you can go and they have buses lined up. So I said to said cast member, which is the fastest way to get me over there? And he said the bus. So we went over to the bus, and lo and behold, it was really, really fast.
Really fast. They literally had, where we've done it before, you wait for buses to come around as they fill up, you're standing there, and they had them around really quick. One bus took off, another one pulled right in the spot. They had a lineup of buses to get people over there quickly that day. And that was for the AP preview. I'm assuming they're still going to keep going that way.
Yeah, and it was fast. So when you get on the bus, they will tell you, like we were in group 1. So it said sit in section 1. So there's number 1s on these seats. And then they have spaces, and they also have plexiglass compartments in between, like slats on the bus, so that you were not sitting directly next to anybody who was not in your party.
Right.
So,
and when you're big like me, my stomach and stuff goes through. It usually touches, but plexiglass keeps us from touching.
Oh gosh! All right. So you get off the bus, and then you go over to Magic Kingdom, like in the front, and there was no wait. There was no wait. You know how usually you have to, like, you sit there and you try to define, like, the best line to get into the park.
And we always pick the wrong one.
We always pick we do that at the grocery store too. We always pick the wrong line.
Always the wrong one. It's flying. We go get in line, stops.
Like, if you want the line to go slow, stand behind us. There's your guarantee. So we get into the park quickly. And then, like, you walk around, and then there's characters up on the train station. And then there was, what was happening? Because we've been twice now. I can't think.
As we were coming in, the trolley that comes through with the dancers in the morning to the songs from Enchanted, they do the dancing and stuff in the street.
Oh yeah.
Those were actually coming through, and at that time it was Piglet, Rabbit, and was it Eeyore? I think we're on that.
So they
were just no, there was three. There was three. So they were actually getting off as we pulled up, and then later, no, it was three because later it was Pooh instead of Eeyore. I saw that. But that happens throughout the day sporadically. They do not announce when a cavalcade, I guess is what they're calling them, is going to come through.
It's a cavalcade.
It's a cavalcade. So that was the one we happened to see that first day at Magic Kingdom, and then Chuck and Karen were sitting in the main area waiting for us as well.
They were. So I was overwhelmed with excitement. I know you're probably super shocked at that.
It took her 20 minutes to get from where you walk under the train station to like where Roy and Minnie are on the bench.
It wasn't 20 minutes. It was not 20 minutes. It was not. Shut up.
I haven't seen you in forever. You haven't changed, but I still missed you so much. And then there was still drapes on City Hall.
So?
How in 4 months did they just not pull that down?
They were busy painting the castle.
Well, yeah, they had paint. Paint that. Come on. Get together.
Okay, so I might have been a wee bit distracted, just a tiny bit. So then, so back to no crowds. So you know how usually there's like a lineup of people to take pictures by Roy and
Minnie and Roy at their bench right there. So you're looking straight down Main Street with the castle in the back, this has got to be the best time to get that picture because there is nobody on Main Street when you do the picture.
Yeah.
Great.
So, like, we're walking up Main Street. Now, from my point of view, some people had commented, because people love to comment, and said, oh, it doesn't look like anybody's social distancing. And that's not the case whatsoever. Even cast members have masks on, and they had these little signs up, like with a smile, like a Mickey smile. So they're smiling at you, and like they're welcome home, welcome back. It was fantastic. Cast members were so energetic, so welcoming.
Jack.
Sorry, my dog's in the blinds.
Let him light in.
They were wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so then let's see what else. I have, look at these notes. This is like my chicken scratch.
Really see it.
All right. Okay, so let's see. Oh, there's safety announcements that when you're walking, thank you for visiting today. Please remember that face coverings are required at all, whatever. There are things called relaxation stations. There's 3 of them at Magic Kingdom, so that you can go, there's 3 different spots. The biggest one is over on Tomorrowland Terrace, like that area, and you can go and stand and cool off and take your mask off, but it's a designated area for that.
And those areas are monitored by a cast member, so even in those areas, they tell you where to stand. So you go out there, we have a party of 4. You go over to this way, you go sit at this table or stand in this area. So even in those areas where you can take off your mask, they're still distancing.
I'm trying to see questions as we go too. Yes, you still have to wear a mask when you take your pictures. You still have to wear a mask on rides. You cannot take your mask off anywhere.
Which actually is not that bad as you would think it is, because you get the breeze from the ride moving, so it's really not that bad.
It's not. I thought it was going to be a lot more uncomfortable, truthfully. It really was not so bad. It felt like old Disney again. It really did. And I'm not just saying that because, like, I'm a big Disney, person.
Nerd.
You can call me a nerd, that's fine. But but it really wasn't. I mean, some people were like, oh, she like it anyway. But if I was that uncomfortable, I don't think we would have been there 3 times. Right?
That's true.
Okay, anyway. Relaxation station.
Hey, Dennis is on.
Hey, Dennis.
Hey, Dennis.
We're
When you guys
hoping-
opening out there?
Yeah, can you open out there so we can come visit?
Dennis is where we'll be staying when we go to Disneyland.
We will
Get
not.
that spare bedroom ready, Dennis.
Okay. So let's get down. We will never get through this hour if we don't keep it moving. And we're not gonna do a top 5 list today. We'll do questions.
And we have video to show.
Okay.
And pictures.
Do you want to do video now or when we talk?
That's whenever you had it. I don't know where you had it put in your agenda.
I don't have it
You want to
in
put
my
it now?
agenda. Okay. Let's take a brief break so you can watch our video. Okay. I made this very last minute, so pardon me if you can get it to work.
I don't know if I can get it to work. We'll try. We're gonna try here, people. Ooh, why didn't it work right?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we gotta make that bigger. It's not big enough. So what we're gonna try to do is this. So
Sorry, guys.
See it all, and let me go ahead and play it. Sorry. Still learning this new system. So this was the video Michelle shot when we were walking in there on Thursday, and just various videos throughout the day she shot.
And you can see they're still working on the castle, but it's not busy.
Definitely not busy whatsoever. It's almost like if you've ever been to the park late at night, park's closed, but you're still sticking around for photos. That's what it felt like, but it was during the day.
And see, look, really there's nobody in the queue for Haunted Mansion, which is great for photos.
Yes. And we literally walked right out of Haunted Mansion. We never stopped, I don't think, until we got all the way up the front. The Philharmonic, walking around. So
the castle looks beautiful.
Great day to get your pictures with Walt and Mickey because like she said, there was no crowd, so you could get everything.
There's my favorite bathroom in the world.
And usually there's people everywhere there. Usually one of the longest waits in the whole park. Walk on.
Walk on it, Peter Pan. Walk on. Sisters up on the back of the castle. They were flirting with my sons.
They were flirting with Aiden, and Andrew kind of got a little jealous. But they took off running. It was funny.
That's at the end of the day.
Which was what, 5:30?
5:30, and there was nobody there. There's the cast member with the smile. They're still working on the side of the moat there. There's the spacing on the buses. That's one of the cavalcades. Merit on her horse. Gaston rides a horse too. Okay, this was back in Pandora yesterday.
And it was hot.
It was hot, but there was nobody back there.
Yes.
Okay, I cut her head off there. Sorry.
Still get the music. So somebody has the difference between crowd from Thursday and Saturday. Saturday was a little heavier, but still not bad whatsoever. Most rides were 5, 10, up to 20 minutes. I think the longest we waited was like 25, 30 minutes for Seven Dwarfs. So the lines still were really good on Saturday for the majority of everything. The times on the app, whatever they show, it's usually less than that. So I think that's all of your video that we had. Let me go back to us here.
Okay.
But yeah, somebody just mentioned also, I like the paint by numbers on the castle. We were going to show that picture also, so let me pull that up here for you guys to see. This
was kind of cool.
This was really cool, actually. So
shows you how meticulous they are with painting.
Really, they are. So. We had never seen anything like that before, so it was really interesting.
Yes, super interesting. So, all right, let's go back to Magic Kingdom, and then we'll get to Animal Kingdom because I have thoughts about that too.
So what happened was we went to the Magic Kingdom on Thursday. For those that don't know, I surprised Michelle and the boys, and we ended up going to the campground on Friday afternoon, and we stayed there throughout the weekend. So we were able to go back to the Magic Kingdom on Saturday and Animal Kingdom on Sunday.
That's right.
Correct? Yes.
So okay, so let me just tell you really quickly. I got to get through my notes, and then we'll sidebar. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Plexiglass sectioning off areas on certain rides and the cash registers. So they do have plexiglass up.
Even in the restaurants, so be careful, because if you don't pull your drink through the thing right, you could knock it over like I did.
He did. He spilled his Diet Coke.
I wasn't used to the plexiglass, so I was pulling the cup through and caught the top and spilled it on the side. Cast members, they were fine. They didn't yell at me.
I yelled at him.
She yelled at me.
Okay. Okay. So there's plexiglass in some of the rides, like Big Thunder Mountain. Like when you turn down and there's that longer hallway before you get on the actual ride, there's plexiglass like dividers, I guess you could say. There's plexiglass like that on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train as well.
Once you're in, like,
and it says not to touch the glass. Yeah. It's like do not touch.
Which they just don't want you spreading germs on the glass.
There are hand sanitizing stations. Melissa Groves spray pants. There was Diet Coke pants.
I didn't spill it on anybody. Man. Oh, look, Melissa got kicked off the feed.
So they have like hand sanitizing stations like when you get on the rides and then when you're leaving the rides. Right. So they want you to clean your hands before you get in. They want you to clean your hands when you get off. So
and then they're throughout the whole park.
They're everywhere.
And there are some of the hand washing stations as well.
There are.
The park, so plenty of things.
So, but a lot of the touchy areas are like off. Like you can't, like things like, okay, Mine Train, when you stand in line, they have like that, like you used to be able to get your hands wet under, like there's that little area.
Before you go in the mine, there was a place where kids
you could spin the buckets to make the dwarves appear on the ceiling. You cannot spin the buckets.
In Tomorrowland, the big big ball that you spun with water.
Ball, no touchy. Also, so Melissa Grove, like she said to me the other day, like that wall that all the kids touch in line for Winnie the Pooh that looks like
honey,
like all the honey dripping down the wall, and like every kid wiping their nose when they're touching the glass.
Blocked off.
It's like the dirtiest place in the Magic Kingdom. You can't even touch that honey wall, which is a good thing because I don't think all the hand sanitizer in the world. Ooh, I never let my kids touch that wall.
Even Perel said we can't do that wall.
Okay, so anyway.
Not in our wheelhouse to fix that.
All right, that wall. So let's see. Okay, Magic. We're still on Magic Kingdom. So Haunted Mansion. No stretching room. When you walk into the area where you see the fireplace and all that, you go like there's like roped off.
Yes.
There's the ropes, and then the cast member will take you through the stretching room and then out into the hallway.
You mean it's not an elevator?
It's not.
What?
I know.
Oh my gosh, it's all on the same floor?
So anyway, and then you know how you used to walk down the hall and then back around to get into your Doom buggy? Then you go onto the Doom buggy right to the side.
Yes. So before you go down that path where it really makes you down a single file.
It does.
Right before you get to there, that's where you go. So where everybody's always touching the bats that are on the divider.
Yeah. So
they don't send you down that way now.
No, they don't. So then they ask how many are in your group, and then they tell you to get in the Doom buggy, and then they make you wait back for a party, and they kind of put you in between, So.
Right. No, it was great. It was unbelievable. It looks like throughout the Haunted Mansion, they turned up some of the lights in the graveyard and such to make it better, which was really impressive. It was really great. It was so nice to walk right on the mansion. Again, we talked about not pirates, Peter Pan. We walked right on Peter Pan also without a problem, which was fantastic to do that. Dwarfs Mine Train, maybe 15, 20 minutes. Splash Mountain had a 40-minute wait, I think, according to the sign, and Karen timed it, and it was 6 minutes.
Was it 6 minutes?
Yeah, I think she said it was 6. I think she said we rode Splash, Big Thunder, and possibly Pirates, and all within under an hour.
Yeah, there were people that were riding like every ride. They had it like on their wish list of like stuff that they wanted to, you know, get. Let's do the whole park, and they actually could do like the whole park.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Okay, no stretching room. Okay, mobile ordering is encouraged.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so mobile ordering for food. Was there lines or was there no lines?
For food?
Yeah, like did you have to mobile order?
I think there is a way if you can't mobile order for whatever reason, but they're encouraging you, even if you have to use cash or whatever, you still mobile order and then you go inside. But I think there might be a way to go inside and just order for somebody who maybe doesn't have a phone or doesn't have the ability to pay via phone.
Or doesn't use, yeah. I don't know.
Some people just don't do that. I mean.
So the first day we mobile ordered at
Sorry, I'm doing some cleanup here, so I apologize.
Mobile ordered at what? Okay, Cosmic Rays.
Cosmic Rays.
By the time, okay, so what you do is you hit the mobile order button, then it gives you like a half-hour window. It says you have to get there to pick up your food by, let's say if you order at noon, you got to be there by 12:30. Right. And then like at 12:30, like as long as you're there, once you approach, so you hit like we're here or something like that.
You hit I'm here, prepare my food. And it takes like
prepare my food.
That's something like that. Get my order ready. Then they put it together, and then mobile orders actually is the way to do it. The only bad thing is they make you stand outside the restaurant until your order's ready. So on a 127,000 degree day,
yeah,
it kind of stunk. But once you get in there, we weren't moving too fast. We kind of sat there, we ate our food, relaxed.
Yeah. So, and the food, it was nice because you could go in, like your food is ready. You go up to the counter and you get it right away. There's no lines. Right. Then you take your food over and they have like, tables blocked off. And you can go and you can sit down, take your mask off, eat your lunch, have a drink. It was really, really nice. And there was plenty of room to sit, and you were not really on top of anybody else. They have like certain tables blocked off.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and then I went to move a table closer so we could all sit together because we were seven.
And the tables were
tables were tied together.
They were tied together,
which was kind of funny. And then I had to catch, no, you can't move them. I'm like, well, we want to sit together and we're spread out. Yeah. So as soon as she turned her back, we picked up the tables and we physically moved.
Because there was a group of us, not because we were trying to rearrange furniture or like go against any rules. Exactly. Mobile ordering is so much easier. It's like really so much easier.
So take advantage of it if you can, wherever you go. Check the app, see what places have it. It does make it a lot easier. It's easier for the cast members. It just tells you like go to Windows 7. You just go into Windows 7, and they honestly, by the time they paid you, your order's ready and up, and they hand it to you and walk away. You go sit down and do whatever you got to do.
Right. Okay. And then also, let's talk. Why don't you talk about those cavalcades?
So the cavalcades. So throughout the day, and I really don't know a time when they happen, but they all seem to come out between Splash Mountain and by Pecos there, where the parade kind of comes out.
Yeah.
They start back there. You will all of a sudden just hear music that is parade music. And once that starts, you will start to see them roll out. So we did that. We got to see Gaston coming on a horse, telling everybody he's their new role model, their new hero.
It was funny, actually.
He was followed by one of the parade floats that was actually used in the Move It, Shake It, or what is that called now? Mouse Dance. It was one of those floats, but it actually had Peter Pan, Alice, Pooh, Aladdin, Mary Poppins, and Tigger following behind.
It was like a plethora of random characters.
On top of Country Bear Jamboree, which was cool, is you had two of the bears up there, Big Al, I can't remember the other one's name. Liver Lips. They were up on the top and they were waving. And it was funny because
they blew me kisses.
They blew her kisses when we were there on Saturday. I looked up there and I was filming a little bit, and you saw Liver Lips, and he was kind of facing towards me, and I waved in, waved back. But then all of a sudden, he saw Gaston coming up, and he was like, and turned his back and turned away.
It was like when they realized it was Gaston, they were like,
yes. Shana, no, we did not see the Merida horse incident. We did hear about it.
It was the same day we were there.
It was the same day.
But when we saw Merida go by on the horse that day, she was fine.
Yeah. The cast members handled it perfectly. Everything went off without a hitch. There was no issues. They knew exactly what they were doing when that happened.
And that was the second day.
That was the second
Magic
day.
Kingdom.
When we walked in there on Saturday, we got there a little bit later because we stayed at the cabins. By the time we got over there, it was a little bit later. On Thursday, so we didn't feel the need to get up super early to get over there. As we're walking in the park, nobody's at the front, which is unheard of. At the front of the park, the cavalcade is starting to come around, and this is the Princess Cavalcade. So it was led by Merida, which they also had the Princess Castle float behind them, which had all the princesses on it, and they had another float that just had Tiana and Rapunzel on it. Which is one of the floats I think they use for a Halloween party as well. I think it's one Mickey, Minnie.
They reuse the floats for different, the different parades that they do, but it's just like one float that's coming, or two floats,
yes,
or a character on a horse. So it keeps it going to where they don't want people to gather like Festival of Fantasy. However, if you think about it, there really wasn't enough people there to create a large gathering like a parade normally would.
Exactly. It was great. It was great. And Adam, to answer your question, we just did quick service. We did not do any sit down meals.
No.
Don't know why. I think we just wanted to spend as much time as we could in the park doing the fun stuff. I think is what more than anything.
I would say.
It was weird though. We did go to Pecos Bills on Saturday, and the Fixings Bar is not there.
There's no Fixings.
No Fixings Bar.
And at Cosmic Race, there's no.
But that's where they had all the side items. Yeah,
the
there
side items
no
for your
extra
burgers
stuff,
and things.
So.
Like you could go up there and add extra cheese, or there's pickles and lettuce and all this stuff. Not anymore.
Just ketchup, mustard, and mayo, and the packets of stuff to grab. It's all they had up there. But still, it was great to be back.
Wait, I forgot one thing.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, finish it.
My one more thing was you can take character selfies at a distance.
That's right.
So like in Tomorrowland on that stage, Stitch was up there on Thursday, and then yesterday 2 days ago it was Buzz Lightyear. So there's a cast member, and then the characters up on the stage, and then you can go and like stand there with them, and then like flip it,
and they'll pose.
They will like kind of go over your shoulder a little bit, but not within distance. I guess
they're actually kind of far back from you, but there's no worry about coming too close. And we saw Buzz Lightyear also there.
Yeah.
That they had flipped out from
flipped out.
They flipped out. Buzz came out, and he was. But they're great because they're posing. So as people get close, they go up, they pose, you get your picture, then they go to whoever's next in line. And it was really fun.
It was fun.
The best part of the day, though, and she's gonna yell at me. Even with a mask and sunglasses, she got spotted by people who knew she was, which blew me away. That people still, because she's always saying nobody ever sees me in the parks. She got a lot.
Why are you talking about that? You're gonna embarrass me. Stop it.
Because she doesn't think what she does matters.
Okay, so that was kind of cool. And it's always a nice surprise to see people that follow us in the parks, but it happened like both days at Magic Kingdom.
Almost right from the minute when we walked in.
It was really nice. I really appreciate you guys doing that. So.
And then she saw somebody who actually won a prize that Becky gave away with us.
Yeah, so one of the ladies that stopped us, and she was with her friend and her daughter, and they asked me for selfie and whatever else. And then when the daughter walked up, she's like, "Oh my gosh, I won your the prize that you guys gave away we gave away a Dooney with Becky." MEI Mouse Fan Travel and we did an Instagram giveaway a few months back. This girl actually won the purse, and she's like, "I cried when I won." She's a younger girl, around 20-ish.
Yeah, she was excited,
and she was like, "I won your purse." So Becky, that's what I messaged Becky, and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, what?"
Lorraine. She's at Disney, but had to pop in and say, "Michelle, ugly shirt, why?"
Okay, sidebar. Lorraine told me that the Together Again shirts were ugly and she didn't like them. And I said, so I texted her today, and I said, "Don't judge me. I bought the shirt because I had to have it." And she's like, "Why doesn't that surprise me that you bought the shirt?"
Is that how she said it?
I read at her voice. I read it that
Don't
she said it like
assume
that. I assumed her tone because I've known her long enough to know what the tone was.
I have to remember if I see you in the park, should I say, hey, always say hi if you see us in the park.
Always say hi.
Say hi if you see us.
Always say hi.
We have no problem ever talking to people at all.
No,
Never.
no. And my boys know to kind of pull over when that happens because they know. Because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have stopped.
Unless we have a fast pass that's getting ready to expire, we will stay in touch. Yeah. Or a dining reservation. We will politely take
Actually, we had just, for when that one happened, we had just ordered our mobile order from Pecos.
That's true, we did.
So, but there was
we still had to wait when we got there.
Yeah, we did. And then you spilled your Diet Coke.
That's okay. I won't tell you what she did at the Space Mountain. Want to talk about what you did at Space Mountain?
What? No, you can't shame me because then I don't want to get somebody in trouble. No,
she had fun. She was filming in the line and everything, and
I had a little faux pas in the line, but that's all right.
It was funny. It's so much fun meeting other mouse fans. It really is, Becky.
It is, yes. You know, and it's one of those things that I appreciate you all so much. So
it is. It's great when we get to meet people, and I mean, you guys. It seems weird that you guys want to meet us, and we're just excited to meet you, because if it wasn't for you guys supporting what we've done all these years, we wouldn't be here.
No, and it was kind of cool because with the mask and sunglasses on, somebody said,
knew her.
"Are you Michelle Atwood?" I'm like,
Although the one person, I can't remember which day it was, that spotted us recognized me. Well, if you're 6'3" and almost 300 pounds, you have pretty easy to spot.
And Andrew, she's like, I saw your husband and son before I saw you.
Yes.
And that was just really nice. So we love you guys. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Yeah. So if you ever see us in the park, feel free to stop us, say hi. Usually we have stuff with us to give away, buttons or something, but we didn't have anything with us this week. You gave away your one button to somebody.
Oh, yeah, I did. I did give away my button. There was a lady who stopped me on Thursday, and her daughter kind of fanned out a little bit. And I always like to give people things. I told Scott I feel like Santa Claus sometimes. Like if somebody stops me to say hi, then I like want to give them a present. And I didn't have any presents with me, so I took my Main Street Mouse button off my bag and I gave it to her. I'm like, here's one. She was excited.
She was very excited. And we told
I'm like Santa. I'm like
make sure
Santa.
they come to the meetup.
So.
Oh, look at Jody. I'm glad she finally got to meet us last summer.
Yes, it was so good.
It was
to meet
awesome
you too,
to meet
Jody.
you, Jody. After all these years, it was so. That's the thing, is we end up talking to people, and it was the same with Corey. We talked to these people for years and years and years.
And then when you
online,
get to see them, and then there's some that I've never met before, and I don't know online, and it's really great. Okay, enough about me. Let's go. Let's move on.
Move on.
All right. So Animal Kingdom. Let's move over to Animal Kingdom, shall we? Okay. So Animal Kingdom was hot. It was so hot.
We were walking in. The devil was walking out. I can't be in there.
No, the devil was like, it's too hot.
It's too hot.
But okay, so most people know that Animal Kingdom is hot anyway. So
the trees trap the heat in there. You can't get it out.
Yeah. Oh, my ears look crooked. Okay. So
is there going to be a meetup? Yes, Lee. So we will talk about, yes, the meetup is still scheduled to go on. We're not sure how it will function,
Epcot
but
the 24th, Disney Springs the 25th of October.
Tickets for that will probably go up for pretty soon, I would guess, for the House of Blues.
Yeah.
LOL.
All right.
Those are.
All right. Anyway, so let's go back to Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
So when we walked into Animal Kingdom, again, not busy. No. Same protocol: advanced metal detectors, quick security, temperature screening. Boom, 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 and you're in. And there was no hang-ups at all. It's so, I guess part of me thought it was going to be maybe a challenge to go to the parks because of the different safety features and protocols, but it really wasn't. No. Actually, we got into the park quicker the past couple of days than I think ever. It was just so easy. It was so easy.
And everything is running so much better. I mean, the one thing I noticed the biggest was Pirates of the Caribbean. We rode it both days. Usually at Pirates, when you get towards the end where Johnny Depp is Captain Sparrow, you get backed up there. There's no backup. because the carts aren't
usually
that
the
full.
boats bump each other
Right.
at the end, like.
But it's because there's not as many people in the boats. They're easy to get on and off the group of people to get them so they're not backing up. You don't have them slowing down things. So that's everything seems to be running a lot smoother. Of course, with less people.
So let's talk about what happened when we got to Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
We decided that it was hot, so we're gonna make the most of it and do our most like favorite things.
Yes.
So we got in. The boys were hungry. Shocker. So we made a mobile order at the Satuli Canteen, which is the one in back in Pandora. And we ordered. Usually it's really crowded in there, and usually it takes forever to eat.
Right.
But we got a mobile order. We ordered our little rice bowls. Aiden got that little cheeseburger pod.
Had to eat outside because there was no seating.
There was no seating inside because of there were seats inside, but we couldn't find a seat inside because they have all these like there's like stickers on tables.
Exactly. Yeah, they tell you not to sit here, not to sit here. They've got them spaced out perfectly so that there is no issues with that, which is great that they've done that. They've taken the distancing and they've done it easy for you. You know where to go sit. You know where not to sit. Trust me, I wanted to sit inside. It would have been much cooler, but we just kept walking. We finally found a seat outside, and it was great. And we ate, and then we went and
So and Faith asked if we think that maybe people held back. No. The capacity levels were reached. Yes. So each park was at the capacity that they were allowed to be in. So more people wanted to come in. Disney had to cap it.
Yes.
Because of the fact that they're trying to keep people safe, and they're going to do it minimally at first.
And they have to learn. They have to learn what works, what doesn't work.
This is new for all of us.
And I have to say they're doing a great job of it. And I'm not just saying that because we work with the company, because we are honest. And if we thought that they needed to improve, we would say they need to improve on this. And they're actually doing a really great job with everything. The cast members are so enthusiastic, and that makes it so much easier.
It does. Now, I want to talk about Flight of Passage, and I want to talk about the Navi River, but I'm seeing stuff in the comments that I want to put the kibosh on, like right now. Okay, I know you said not to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it.
No, that's fine. I figured we would.
Okay, so Hong Kong, they are closing again on the 15th. As I put out the article earlier today, it is not because of Disneyland Hong Kong. It's not because there was COVID at Disneyland in Hong Kong. All of Hong Kong has changed their requirements.
Right. Last week, they didn't report on this because it wasn't big enough to say Disney is closing. Their schools actually closed because the COVID had rose. Their gyms, their gaming centers, restaurants have to stop in-house. It wasn't Disney's fault whatsoever. It was this country as a whole. The cases were going up.
They changed it. You used to be able to gather in groups of 50. They just changed it to groups of 4. So Disney cannot function like that. It has nothing to do with outbreaks at Disneyland in Hong Kong.
It was clickbait from articles to get people to click on the article to read it.
That's not what happened.
Disney, and that's not what happened.
If you go back and read our article from today, you'll find the real deal. Be careful where you get your news from, because some of it is not true.
Yeah,
that's all I'm going to say about that.
There was sources, and even reliable sources, big name sources, that were not reporting all the news until you really got into the article towards the end of it. It's better headlines to say Disneyland's closing due to COVID.
It has nothing to do with the parks here. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's about what's going on in Hong Kong.
And you wouldn't click on the article that said Tom's Gym is closing because of COVID.
No.
Nobody would. And then the media doesn't get their ads showed, and they don't get paid. So that's the whole thing it is. And we'll see what happens. Things here in Central Florida are going pretty well. Our cases have gone up, but most of it is in the south, not in the middle, where it's always been harder hit. So Universal's been open for just about a month, a little bit over. SeaWorld's been open, Legoland's been open, Busch Gardens has been open, and all the parks are doing really well. So we will see what happens here in a few weeks, but everything so far is going really good. We're waiting for California to announce theirs. Their governor changed the policy, so that's why they had to wait.
A lot of these things that happen have nothing to do with bad with bad things that are happening around the whole area. It has nothing to do with Disney not doing what they're supposed to do. And it really, if you can't tell, like my mood just changed because it makes me angry because people want to blame Disney or they want to say that this is Disney, blah, blah, blah. They opened because of this. It's about, please do a little bit of research because it's about the rules changing in Hong Kong. It's not about Disneyland.
Right.
Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay, moving on. Back to Flight of Passage and
Flight of Passage.
Naughty River.
Okay, so here's the exciting part. So as annual pass holders, we can never get a fast pass for Flight of Passage. Ever. I don't even remember the last time we got a fast pass for Flight of Passage.
Shane said breathe, by the way.
I don't like it when people spread things that aren't true.
Because I wish we don't report rumor, and that's how a lot of these sites make their money. By reporting clickbait type articles, they get people to click on the articles, more people to read the article, more money they make. We don't make much from the Main Street Mouse because we don't do that.
No.
There's a reason we have to sell women's clothing on the side because we don't make a lot of money from the Main Street Mouse, but we also have integrity, which a lot of
okay, that's enough.
Sorry.
We're not bloggers. We own a fan site. We are not bloggers because bloggers have a negative connotation.
That's true.
I am a plethora of other things.
Yes,
all good things.
It irritates us.
I know. I'm sorry. Woo! Can you tell we haven't slept this weekend?
Sleeping on a full-size bed all weekend with 2 dogs, not easy.
All right. Anyway, Flight of Passage. Walk on, you guys. Walk on. Now, it said 10 minutes. It took 10 minutes to walk from the beginning of the queue to get on the ride. I didn't stop at all. Now, the only difference is with Flight of Passage. There's those 2 rooms that you would go to, like the first room, or you remember they would the briefing, and they would do the scan, and they'd have everybody like stand there and move around. No, you got to keep going. So then they had you stand in line in the other room that had the where you get your goggles and the instructions.
The doctor talks to you, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Yes. So basically the pre-shows are all stopped right now. Like I said, the like when I was talking about the stretching room, that's not happening in the front. Anything that had a pre-show. So I'm hearing, okay, today was the cast member preview at Hollywood Studios. And again, over there, like Runaway Railway, there's usually a pre-show there, no pre-show. Rise of the Resistance, there's a couple areas. No pre-show there. Tower of Terror.
Which for those 2 rides is kind of rough because those are 2 so new rides. Some of these people may have never rode them.
Yeah.
And now they're going to go and they're not going to see the pre-show, so they're going to have to go back once it reopens.
But let's do glass half full. At least I get to go on.
At least you get to ride it. Yep, that's it.
So anything with the pre-show pretty much does not have said pre-show right now. They want to keep people moving through the queue so that you're not stopped in a group of people to, they don't want any stopping. And then if you do have to stop, there's the stickers on the ground that tells you like to be so many in between.
And be conscious of it because honestly, I'll admit I was walking and I forgot that there were stickers on the ground. So you start talking to people you're with and you may take an extra step or 2 and just be conscious. If you start to get too close to people in front of you, you probably got little pester stickers.
Yeah.
Slow down. And you might think that the sticker path is too big because on some of the lines when it's like a different thing, they have the whole area in the middle stay empty. And there's a reason for that because they don't want somebody in the middle between 2 groups of people. So just be conscious. They know where the stickers are on the ground, and that's where they need to be. And it's for your protection. It is.
They are doing 3D glasses. They're just watching them just like usual. And no Judy, no Steven Tyler at Rock and Roller Coaster, no pre-show and backstage passes and all that. They want you to keep it moving.
Yep. Get you on the rides, get you through the rides, and honestly, it'll make everything move faster.
Mm-hmm. So here's let me see if there was anything else I wanted to tell you. Oh, one more thing.
Sarah wants to know if we can get these wait times for the meetup weekend. She's asking for a friend though.
I hope so. Okay, and then one more thing. I was mentioning 2020
Serpentine, thank you.
All the 2020 merchandise at the parks and at Disney Springs is buy one get one free. Not BOGO, not a discount. Buy one get one free.
And it's equal or lesser value.
So you don't have to buy 2
of the same, but the cheaper one will be the free one.
So I'd like to tell you a funny story. So I talked to everybody. Shock.
I have to read it. Every single person. Every person. We spent 7 hours on Main Street and didn't get up to the auditorium.
That is not even true. I may be a little chatty. Oh, a little chatty. So anyway, when I was buying my Mickey Mouse, I was talking to the cast member at Animal Kingdom, and we struck up a conversation. And I said to him, he said, "Oh, the 2020 merchandise is buy one get one free." And so I just kind of was like, "Oh," I said, my reporter hat just is on sometimes, and I can't just take it off. And I said, "So isn't that a little bit early to be getting rid of the 2020 merchandise? A little early in the year for
She
that?"
threw that out right at the guy. It's like, how's he going to answer that question? Really? You know why? Because they missed 4 months of sales of this merchandise.
No.
Now they have 8 months to sell 2020 merchandise.
So he looked at me like this, just like that. And so I was like, "Oh," I said it could be for two reasons. One, nobody wants to remember 2020, so let's just pretend like it didn't happen. Or I said, you can also look at it like some people like myself who buy souvenirs, who want something like this because this is a souvenir. And then you can get one free when you buy said souvenir.
But these said souvenirs will be $1.99 at the end of January or at the end of December at the outlet store.
If they have any.
So now they're selling them for $29.99, giving you two, so they're getting 15 each.
You get one free. I'm a sucker for some buy one get one. I don't know about you. I feel like this is an infomercial.
I know. How much did Disney? The thing is, we had to buy the infomercial stuff. Usually, you get paid. No, we paid.
That's myself.
Then she saw more stuff at the store at that campground. She's like, "Look, more." I'm like, "Do you need more 2020 merchandise?"
It's a souvenir.
But she doesn't wear dated merchandise.
It's a souvenir.
You got enough.
It's a collectible souvenir.
Some people do, like me, want to forget 2020. I'm ready for December 31st to get here.
Okay, so this cast member that I was talking to when I put on the spot that I totally did not mean to do, he said to me, when he said, well, you can look at it a couple ways. And I told him, I said, regardless if it's a good thing, bad thing, whatever, I said, we will never forget 2020. We will never forget it. And and he said that he goes, for me, he goes, yeah, he goes, it was a crazy year. He said, but I got to spend extra time with my child. Good things. I mean, you got to look at the positive of things. And he's he was like, there's good points that come of things, and spending time with your family. So that's a good thing.
That's it.
And buy one get one free.
Buy one of equal value. Buy one get one. So you don't have to get two stuffed Mickeys. You get a Mickey in a bag, a backpack, or whatever you want. They have everything. It says select items, but I don't know. Don't rush December 31st. I just became a year old. Oh, sorry. I just want this year over so we can start out better 2021.
Okay, so in conclusion, since we're getting close to our end of our hour.
Yes, we're getting close.
So, in conclusion, overall, I want to say that it felt wonderful to be back.
You almost hit me with Mickey.
It felt wonderful to be back at Walt Disney World. The mood, atmosphere, the no waits, the everything was great. I felt safe. My kids felt safe. Granted, we did what would you say? I did sanitize like pretty much my children every time they moved.
Our skin is so dry.
I brought my own spray. Like every time, like we sprayed the whole time. Mm-hmm. But it felt good to be back. I did not feel afraid. I did not feel like any magic was missing because they had those little parades, and they had the cast members were right there, so helpful. You got to walk on rides. You're not missing anything.
In true Disney fashion, they created magic that we didn't have before. So yes, we lost magical things we had before, fireworks, parades such as that, but they created new magic to make it even more special. So kudos to Disney. You can ask Michelle. I was a naysayer about it. I was angry. I have lots of valid reasons as I was angry. But I was happy with the way things went. I'm happy with the way it worked out. Thanks to Becky and her team, we were able to stay at the campgrounds this weekend.
The campgrounds felt normal. You know, yesterday
they were pretty full too.
We took the kids to Animal Kingdom, and it was hot as Hades over there. And we went back.
He didn't stay there.
And he didn't stay. We went back to the campground, and we went swimming in their pool. They had you know, they were doing Disney trivia like Disney music trivia. It was, you know what? It was great.
It was.
It was much needed. I can't wait to be able to go back and do another staycation because it was so much needed. That's all I can say.
Just the only thing I can say to you, and people are worried about cases going up and all that, it's not rocket science. Face mask, sanitize, social distance. It's not hard. I use if anybody who follows me on Facebook knows, I put out the quote, it's like a bottle of shampoo with directions. Lather, rinse, repeat. It's the same thing. Face mask, sanitize, social distance. If we all do that, everything will be fine. It's the people who are hard-headed who won't do that. If you don't want to go to Disney right now, don't. Because there's thousands of people who will take that opportunity to go. Don't deny other people this because you're afraid to go outside right now, and you're
entitled to your opinion.
You're entitled to everything, but don't knock other people because they want to go and enjoy these things.
Right, and you know what? And for us, I'm the type of person that I worry about every little thing. And my younger son has asthma, and I've been pretty much keeping him in a bubble. And, you know, but he wears a face mask every time we go outside. I spray him down.
In the car.
He wears it in the car. I sanitize him. You have to take care of you and yours.
And if everybody took care of themselves and their family, it would make it so much easier in the long run for us. It's the people who are either this is a government conspiracy or this is something created by the Chinese or whatever. I'm tired of hearing it. Don't tell me what's best for me. I got mine, you got yours. And that's the way it should be. You know, I don't like it when people tell, you know what's best? Don't tell me what I should be doing. I'm going to do what's best for me and my family. I'm going to protect them. You worry about you and your family right now. And don't be sitting there ripping on people who are going there to enjoy it and have fun. If they're taking the precautions that Disney's telling us to take, they're wrong. They're wrong for telling people not to do stuff. You know, we all have to move on. Staying in our house, our immune systems are going to die, and then the world's going to be really bad.
Can you stop?
Sorry, I get worked. You get worked up about people and clickbait. I get worked up about this whole crap. Sorry. Okay, I'll stop now. Even though people are supporting.
It's okay, Phil. It's okay, Phil. It's gonna be all right.
Sorry. It just Michelle knows I lose my mind when it gets to this stuff. So it's just not rocket science.
No, it's not. And you have to.
Seriously, toddlers can do it. Why can't adults? Why are adults so stupid when it comes to this?
It's enough. You're going to get us like friends. Stop, because then I'm the one who has to deal with the public.
Send them to me, Scott@themainstreetmouse.com. I'll deal with it.
No, because okay, there's reason for the anger. Let me just explain. Last week, one night, I was up till after midnight. Deleting and blocking these fake accounts and such on our main wall that people were like, somebody told me that
we promote death.
Yeah. Because I support Disney and I go there and whatever else. I promote death.
And first off, yes, we promote Disney and we give Disney. Disney does not pay us for any of this.
No.
Disney does not give us anything for this. They invite us to media events here and there. But we're not paid by the Disney company, so the opinions really are our opinions on how we feel. And we're not endorsing anything for any other reason, but we love Disney. That's it. Flat out, end of discussion. That's why.
You know, I get really, really, really tired because, you know, I'm a very nice person the vast majority of the time.
Most of the time.
And if I lose my temper, you know, you push me too far. And it takes a lot to push me far. And these people that were you know what? You don't have a right to say mean things to somebody else behind a keyboard screen.
But they tried to tell her they did because of freedom of speech on our page.
Yeah, but it's my page. I have 500,000 followers for a reason across social media, and it's because I'm nice to people and I make people play nice in the sandbox. And if you are going to come and spam my page and be mean to my people, you got to go. And I stayed up until after midnight deleting fake profiles. I was livid. I was done. And I usually don't argue with people because I try to be nice, but lately I've been arguing back with people, so I need to like find my zen and stop fighting with people.
And I'm sending Shane to everybody's house who gives us a hard time.
Corey Tucker, really? He's going to say I'm not nice? Yeah. See, Paula said, yes, if she gets mad, it's over. Paula's known
Corey,
me
we're going to
for
see you
over
on Monday.
20 years. She knows. When I get to that point, the hot Italian temper comes out and boom.
Corey, don't forget, she's going to see you on Monday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'll deal with you then.
Corey all of a sudden has to work
But anyway,
overtime.
you have to understand that it's been really hard to deal with the past few months for everybody, and it's been hard for us too, because we want to bring the positivity and the Disney magic and do bring things to people that haven't been able to have that,
That's right.
and I've missed it. I really missed my job.
Yep.
I really missed being able to share Disney with all of you on the scene, rather than, having to come up with ways to do so.
I know we've been pushing out videos of rides, everything this weekend. We kind of went nuts with everything, but we want you guys to try to experience somewhat virtually.
Yeah.
If we can.
All I ask is that, everybody be nice. And I'm just doing my job. And please don't yell at me and spam my page, because I'm going to have to delete you.
That's as nice as she can say it.
Because I'm going to have to delete you.
You promote death.
All right. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed all our footage. There's video.
Paula put period.
Yeah.
Or that's what it came up as. It looked like.
So, we did our best to bring good coverage.
Yes.
I think Disney's doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
I am so pleased that Disney is back. I really am. And if you guys are looking to book a trip also, please check out Becky at MEI Mouse Fan Travel.
The best.
That's Becky.
Right there. Okay. I contacted her Friday morning when I had this crazy idea. And
she made it happen.
She made it happen. She got me, she was busy, so she had me talk to Heather, which is one of her agents, and Heather got it on the ball. She had everything taken care of. We were set and ready to go within a couple hours. I mean, the whole thing. I told Michelle, I said, hey, pack up, we're going away.
So, we're going to Disney World.
We're going to Disney World.
And it was nice, because it felt normal. We were at a Disney resort. We were watching Stacy's must-do list.
Ava got to go to all Disney World.
Ava got our little rescue got to go to Disney World.
Finally, Jack's been before.
Jack's been, but Ava got to go too. So it's been great. It's been great. Yes. MouseFanTravel.com. If you go to our website, you're going to find banners everywhere. Just click on that, and they will help you.
Exactly. That's it. Did you want to mention Club TMSM real quick?
Hurry up, because we're past our hour.
Okay, so in case you didn't see it, Facebook gave us permission to allow us to create fan subscriptions on our page in Facebook. It's $4.99 a month. It's called Club TMSM. We're working on little things to give you guys here and there if you do that with us. So if you just go, actually, if you go to the link clubtmsm.com, it's going to reroute you back to the Facebook page. And if you'd like to become a supporter of the Main Street Mouse, you can sign up right there. Again, $4.99 a month. You'll get to join our private Club TMSM group, which is we're going to pop in there. We'll be answering questions directly with you. We're going to work on some live feeds in the future. We're actually having supporter magnets made for everybody that say Club TMSM. That'll be going out. We're going to do prizes every few months. Just to give you guys something for supporting us. So we appreciate it. So for those that don't know about it, please go check it out. Clubtmsm.com will take you right to the Facebook page where you can sign up for that. That's it. Good.
So we talked about Disney.
Do they only do Disney vacation? They can do any vacation you want.
Vacation.
Susan. You contact them, tell them what you want to do. They will help you out.
Yes, and Becky and her team are the best.
The absolute best. The absolute best.
Okay, so I go back to Disney this week. Epcot tomorrow. Magic Kingdom
Thursday.
Friday.
We are traveling to Huntsville for the Huntsville Pop Culture and Comic Expo next weekend.
Yes.
And we're doing 2 panels. We're doing one on Saturday, one on Sunday.
We're hosting panels, so if you're going to be there,
and being
come listen.
Yeah. No, we're not just hosting. We're running the panels.
Oh, we're running the panels.
It's Disney panels that they've added and asked us to do. So we're going to be doing 2 panels. So if you guys want to come on up, come check us out. HSVexpo.com for all the details. And Michelle will be doing live feeds, pictures, and all that all weekend long. So check it out.
So if you follow us on Instagram at the Main Street Mouse, you can follow my Instagram stories when I'm in the parks, and of course live feeds on Facebook. So I really appreciate you following along. It really fuels my soul to be able to bring you this Disney magic again. I'm totally in my element when I am doing this. It makes me super happy. You can ask anybody who knows me. This is what I feel like I was born to do, to spread magic, and I really am excited to be able to do that again. So thank you for watching.
Definitely. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you for all the coverage. Sorry for our rants. We both have things that kind of fire us up. And
a little bit.
Sorry about coming off. But just little things really kind of bother both of us, and we kind of had to let that out.
So.
But we're good. We will talk to you guys next week. Watch for events this week. You're going to be at Epcot tomorrow?
Epcot tomorrow.
And Thursday at the Magic Kingdom. And then next weekend we'll be away. And then the week after that, Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios.
So we'll see you guys real soon. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you.
All right. Have a good one, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.